We're here at one of our 2017 garden contest winners. Dr. Bill Hawk is joining us, and thank you for inviting us out here to your garden. This is just beautiful.
My pleasure.
And I have to say, I have a little soft spot for water plants and water gardens, and your Vietoria water lilies are just amazing.
Yes.
How did you get into this?
Well, I've loved water gardening since I was a kid and always had a fish pond. So when I moved out here and had the space, I made a big pond.
And you need a big pond for those Vietoриas.
That's right. And I love the Vietoриas.
So you've got several tropical, I can tell, because of the rigid edges on the leaves.
Yes.
And they tend to hold their lilies up a little bit higher out of the water. Do you have some hardy ones as well?
Yes, the yellow and that light pink and those other pink ones out there are hardy. And I have a purple over there, although it's not blooming.
Okay, and what's nice about the lilies is just the pads also add a lot of color.
Right. These tropicals, the variegated leaf is awesome.
So you do like tropicals, not only, you have a lot of tropicals around the garden also.
Right. I use a lot of alocasias and bananas. And then I love the chartreuse potato vines.
Very nice. And I noticed you don't have koi or goldfish in your pond here. You use something else.
Just tropical guppies.
Which they're fun to watch. They look like, I was saying, they look like confetti in the water garden. They have just a little spark of color here and there.
They do that, but I also put them in there to keep the mosquitoes down as well. So
okay,
it's a dual function.
So they're serving a purpose, but yet
they're pretty.
They're not tearing up your lilies like koi might and that sort of stuff. And behind us, you've got more garden, obviously. You've got, it looks like a lot of banana plants up there.
Yes, those are winter hardy bananas called basoo, B-A-S-J-O-O.
So you don't have to do anything to them?
Nope, they come back every year and just get bigger and bigger. That's why I love them.
Very nice. Well, let's go take a look at some of the other areas of your garden.
Okay.
Well, as we make our way up here, it looks like you have a nice assortment of trees also.
Yes, I have a few favorites. These Golden Rey Lacebark elms. I love the color and the bark. I love the shape of the tree. And then the umbrella Catalpa trees.
Yeah, those are interesting. Tell me about those.
These, it's a cultivar of a catalpa. These are all grafts onto a northern catalpa trunk. And that's the way the tree grows. I do cut them back a little bit every spring, but even if you didn't cut them back, that's the way they would look. You can find a lot of very old specimens in old parts of Oklahoma City. Rose Hill Cemetery has some beautiful old umbrella catalpas in it. And
so why do you graft them, and do you graft them, I guess?
Yeah, I do graft them. They're hard to find, so I've been grafting them myself.
Okay. And is that just for a hardier rootstock to have?
No, that's the only way you can get them.
Oh, okay.
These do not bloom, so you can't propagate them by seed. So they have to be grafts. And so I grow a northern catalpa trunk and then graft that plant on top of it.
Very nice. And so how long does it take to get a specimen like this? How old is that?
This tree is about, it would be bigger if I didn't trim it back, but it's probably about 6 years old.
Wow. Well, you have several of them, and I love kind of the form that they add into your garden. It looks like you've got a lot more color and form over here too. Let's go take a look at that.
Okay, yep.
So Dr. Hawk, there's a lot of artistic design in your landscape here. I mean, I see a lot of form and color. Can you tell me a little bit about all of that?
Well, I like to make things, I like contrasting colors and different textures. And so that's mostly what I've tried to accomplish, is just mixing different plants, different colors, different shapes, some perennials and some tropicals.
And you bring a lot of these agaves in the winter
I bring the agaves in, but the yucca rostrata are winter hardy, so they stay out.
Okay.
And of course all the alocasias stay out, or go in, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I love the color that you've added with the glass now. Some of this is your actual other hobby, right?
Well, I do cast glass, yes.
Very nice.
Right, but none of this, just the one piece is mine. The rest of it I've purchased.
Well, that's a beautiful piece over there, and
thank you.
And we see a lot of the color because of that. And what's nice about that is it adds more interest into a garden, especially. Right. You can tell that it is your garden with some of your other hobbies added in. Thank you.
Yes, I love it. I spend a lot of time out here.
So what is your favorite part of your garden out here?
I don't know. That would be hard to say. I just enjoy it all. Every evening I go on a lawn walk with my dogs and
see what's changed.
See what's grown and changed, and if anything needs attention.
Yeah. Yep. Well, gardens are always changing, and we're excited to be here and to showcase this one. And I love the color, the form, the texture you've added in this, and it's just a lovely garden. Thank you for sharing it with us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.